Ladies and gentlemen, fellow traders, investors, welcome to the program. All right, we had a wild week. The U.S. now is in war, and oil, WTI oil did shoot up to $75 a barrel, but it came back down to 72.76. So that's just interesting to say. The U.S. relative strength of the dollar is at 102.40. It's stable. So the 10-year yield, though, has been dropping. It's 3.94. That's going to be bullish. This is bullish for the stock market. So here we are year to date. Basically, here's the end of the year. Stocks came down. This week, boom. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. There was some pressure here for sellers. They were selling. The buyers came right in and bought it back. It's very possible that large institutional companies are probably taking profits, then rebuying. And then today, again around flat. So we're staying at this area here of 477. It's pretty strong. All-time highs 479. It's knocking on the door. I don't know when we're going to get it, but I think it's going to come in soon. So that's the SPY representing the S&P 500. And before I wanted to get into some details, please subscribe to the channel. We have a goal of 100 subscribers. Give us a like up. Helps get the channel out there. I'd really appreciate it. So thank you for that. All right, so let's move into the QQQ. And before we get into that, I want to give a shout out to my fellow investors and traders, Danny and Phil. Also want to give a shout out to Harold, my boy, Awad. Also want to give a shout out to my boy, Ivy League of Trading. Check out his channel. He's a pretty good guy on YouTube. So let's move forward here. QQQ, very similar to the SPY. These, it's funny how close they trade, but the indicators are looking good. Looking good. All-time high 412. So that's looking impressive. I want to go over a few things. Let's take a look, but real quick. NVIDIA has been just like a spaceship this week. Straight up, look at that. All-time high, 553. That's pretty impressive. That really took off. And here on the downside, we got Tesla. They've just been getting beat up. Since we drew these downtrend lines, you can see it made it above the downtrend line, but we needed to it started to consolidate in this gray area here. So it's consolidated here for a few days. And if it broke this gray area, we were heading down, and now look at it, it's heading straight down. Next incoming is 209 for support. Okay, then after that, it definitely needs to hold 195. But if we follow the trend line, it could be coming down to 180. Okay. You follow technical analysis. Amazon, they've been starting to, they're still way off their all-time highs, but they made a nice reversal here. They sold off at the end of the year, or in the beginning of the year rather. And Apple's been holding up. Let's take a look at Apple. Okay, all-time highs right before the end of the year. Sold off, profit taking. There you go. There's this line here is the end of the year. So, and now it's making a nice recovery. It's recovering. You got AI and things like that. These chip makers, they talk about that. Let's check Palantir, by the way. They actually broke support. Okay, for the longest time, 16.99 was support. Okay, they broke it and then made it down to our next trend line, 1566. Funny how these trend lines were drawn a long time ago. Okay, that was drawn back 6-7 months ago. So you got to watch these trend lines. Funny how they really work well. Our crossovers here, she's coming down, but it bounced off 1566, made it back to 16.99. So there's definitely here yesterday For the day traders, there was definitely some volatility here. 1617 to 1694. So there's definitely good trading going on there during the day for day scalping. ARM, if you heard much about that, this kind of a new company, but they reached some new highs. Microsoft, let's see, is that all-time high for Microsoft? Let's take a look at the weekly chart. Yes, all-time highs. Here's a weekly chart. We're just ripping away. So this week we made an all-time high for Microsoft, 390. And let's just check oil real quick since we got that war. Real fast before that, Gideon. They took off. It's a healthcare pharmaceutical company. They pay out like a 3.75% dividend. And look at the moves on here. On one day, 83.50 to 86.01. Nice day trading going on in here. That was if you day trade, this was a big move. And that was very nice, and people made some money. And not only that, it's taken off even higher, past its super high range. But as I said, let's take a look at oil, and we'll finish up from there. Go to Oxy. Okay, but there's that trend line. Let's zoom in a little closer. So oil has been really, dropping off. And even with the war, it's not really, and the WTI. We already know if by some chance or whatnot, ex-President Trump becomes elected, drill baby drill. Which is great for us. It's going to bring our oil prices down, bring shipping costs down, brings our products, everything we pay in our daily lives comes down. So that'll help for inflation, just lower cost. But not only that, oil, with the war and everything, what I'm trying to say is not, I would expect it to be more aggressive, more bullish. So, maybe, there's a group of people or whatever that kind of have an idea who the next president's going to be. And oil is not being as strong as I believe it should be. If you're investing in oil, I believe there's more room to the downside. And our charts are showing it right here, even the crossovers. RSI, MACD, it's weak. So it's interesting. So just wanted to put that out there as a precaution. And that's about it. AMD real fast. Yep, they're trying to get to all-time highs, which all-time high was back in November of 21. So it's been 2 years, but they're struggling. I mean, they're doing great actually, but they're not at their all-time highs. But that's it for now, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching. Again, click that like up button. Give us a subscription. I appreciate it. Any sudden news comes out, I'll give you guys a shout out and keep you updated. Thank you for watching.